Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a bodybuilder that some of you may not know about because he never competed in the IFBB. But this guy name is Victor Richards. And back in the 90s, he was known as probably the most massive bodybuilder in the world. The guy weighed in at 5'10", way over 310 pounds. And recently, it's said that he's at about 370 pounds, 5'10", 370 pounds. And this particular guy has a 26-inch arms, 67-inch chest, still has a 36-inch waist with 35-inch thighs and 24-inch calves. This is a huge person. And the thing about Victor Richards is that he actually won his pro card in Nigeria because he had held dual citizenships, in the United States and also in Nigeria. But he decided to go to Nigeria and he won over there and won his pro card. And that later would become an issue when it came down to him competing in the IFBB. But at the age of 15, Victor Richards was already 210 pounds at 15 years old. Natural. He just was a huge kid. And he started working out in Gold's Gym with the Barbarian Brothers. And the Barbarian Brothers, they are David and Peter Paul, which are very known bodybuilders back in the days also. Very huge, very huge guys also. And they advocated heavyweights, compound movements. These are the exercises that they use for their bodybuilding type workouts. They use pretty much powerlifting type movements. So this is how Victor Richards got introduced at the age of 17. And 17 to 18, he moved from 210 pounds to 225 pounds. By the time this guy got to 19, he was at 245 pounds. And I mean, super massive. And once he made 21, he was right at 300 pounds. So the guy had tremendous genetics. And you can see by looking at a lot of these photos, this guy had super genetics. I mean, full muscle bellies, and huge arms, huge back. The guy was just huge all together. And the thing about it is that he was actually under contract with Joe Weider. So around about 1990, 91, when he was getting ready to compete in the IFBB, he never did. And some say that he couldn't diet down to get to the definition and things of that nature that he needed to be able to win. They say he couldn't do that. But from what he says is that he wasn't willing to sacrifice his health to diet down to dangerous levels as the other guys were just to win a trophy. And that was his whole issue from what he said. He just didn't feel like it was worth him risking his life getting to real minute body fat percentages just to win a trophy. He didn't see where that made any sense at, so he never bothered with it. And right to the day, he never would diet down any further than what you see in them photos. This is the way this guy looked. This is his look. And but Victor Richards was a tremendous bodybuilder and very strong. He's said to have done 550-pound incline presses, 315-pound curls, 900-pound squats. So I'm looking at the size of this guy, how big he is, and I'm looking at the size of Ronnie Coleman, how big he was. And I can pretty much believe that the lifts that he claimed that he could do, because Ronnie Coleman was, could do 225 in the curl. So this guy was bigger than Ronnie Coleman. Way bigger than Ronnie Coleman. This guy is huge. And so you can just imagine the type of strength that somebody his size would be. I mean, Ronnie Coleman, I think, had it was either 23 or 24-inch arms, and this guy got 26-inch arms. I mean, just ungodly huge. Ungodly huge. But Victor Richards, look him up. It's kind of hard to find information on Victor Richards because once he got out of the bodybuilding scene, he really didn't take many photos. But you can find him once you look him up, and you can find information on him once you look him up. But this guy was an incredible bodybuilder, and it was a shame that we never did get to see him get to his full potential. But again, this guy had his own rules that he followed. He didn't let nobody tell him what he was going to do with his body, and he lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. And that's the way all of you should do. Never mind what everybody tell you you should look like. Like he didn't care what they tried to tell him what he should look like. He did what he felt like he wanted to do, because that was his body, that was his physique, and that's what he was happy with. He was happy with being as big as he was, and he didn't like the idea of dieting down. That was his choice. He didn't let nobody tell him no different. So you need to be the same way. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.